Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and welcome to the first episode of Off the Shelf, the new little video series that I'm going to do that you guys voted on. Basically, I don't really have a lot of display space, so most of my figures are taken out, fooled around with a little bit, and then I put them back in their packaging for storage. So when it's time for the figure to come off the shelf, I figured it'd be a good time to do a quick little thing where we take a look at the figure however many weeks or months later and see if my opinions have changed. And we are looking at the Wave 1 Cyberverse Deluxe class figures, and yes, my opinions have changed. If you remember, I originally had said that Megatron was the best figure of the wave, but I have to tell you, having spent a month or so with the figure, the joints are incredibly loose and have only gotten floppier with time. So while it's still an incredible transformation, I can no longer say it is the best figure of the wave. That has to go to the deluxe class Bumblebee, where I will say, I want to say this is the best deluxe Bumblebee we've ever gotten, but I'm like scratching my head trying to remember. What I think I will say is that this is the best movie style, new post movie cartoon style Bumblebee we have gotten. The joints are tight, the transformation is fun, and you can have like a complete figure. If you don't include the stinger, which I have stored on the back, there is storage for that blaster in both robot and vehicle mode, which means you have a complete figure that you can carry around with you and fiddle with. My only issue is that the foot joints are still a little too tight, and I still need to use a spudger to get them out. But you know what? I'd rather have tight joints than loose joints. As you see right there, I just bumped Megatron. I thought that was going to knock it over. And then coming along, Shockwave, unfortunately, while still a very solid figure, and I want to say all of these are great figures, I just find it very boring. I mean, we have a Warrior class figure, the Spark Armor figure, the Ultra class figure, and it's all basically the same transformation into the same alternate mode. Yes, this does a little more with it with the folding of hands, but it's just blasé. The joints are tight, and in relation to this tube that connects the gun to the backpack, a little too tight that it really restricts the arm movement. So I have to say that, if you haven't bought a Shockwave figure, this one is the one you want to buy. But if you have any of the other ones, I don't really think you need it. And that brings me to my next point. As we've seen since I've reviewed these figures, the McAdam Build-A-Figure isn't going to be something to write home about. It is not going to have an impressive level of articulation, nor is it going to be like of any size or note. They clearly just did their own thing. I really felt they could have went down the hall and consulted with the Marvel Legends people on how to do a Build-A-Figure. So if you're not in love with McAdam, if you're not obsessed with that that segment of Transformers lore, you really don't need to be a completionist with these figures. Optimus Prime, I really love the transformation, but unfortunately it suffers from a lot of the same problems as Megatron. The hips are loose and the wrists are loose to the point where it makes it very difficult to hold the weapon. If I start moving it, you can see how that that wrist joint just flops around, and this little blast effect, which is really cool, doesn't stay in the figure. And as you can see, there's Princess Delilah coming across the background. No editing, folks. Very simple. Just going to shoot this on my phone and maybe do a fade out and upload it if I can. But yeah, so again, these are great figures, but if you're really only going to buy one or two, I would stick with Bumblebee and then maybe Megatron just for the transformation. But other than that, that's about it. So yes, my opinions have changed, but nothing I would say too drastic. So thank you so much for watching. And Delilah likes Bumblebee. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, please comment and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Also, I I sometimes push it in my videos, but I do have a Patreon. It's been open for like a little over a month now. I haven't gotten anybody to sign up. I'm not going to leave it open if people aren't going to sign up, but if you can, I mean, I don't want to be one of those people, but if you can, just $1 a month, no tiers, no rewards. It's just going to help me bring videos to you that may be a little different. Maybe something that I'm interested in that isn't in the realm of Transformers. Or it might help me bring certain Transformers to you sooner. But like I said, if you can't do it, no problem. We're all pals here. It's all good. So thank you again for watching. And for the Cyberverse Wave 1 Deluxes, say goodbye. They're going off the shelf into the boxes. We will see you next time.